Hello, welcome to this week's Monkey Nut Punch podcast with me, Gareth, your fabulous host, and Keith, your equally fabulous host.
Gareth got laid recently. He's been nice to me.
Fortunately, we're an hour late because someone was doing some IT-related stuff.
Yes, and yes, busy working. Or I was just going dance monkeys dance. As far more capable people, were doing my bidding. But they did a fantastic job. It's just been a long one today. Anyway, hello, peoples.
Hello. So, what have you been up to this week? What have you been watching?
I'm trying to think. Yeah. He's saying this for a reason. Because for the life of me, I can't fucking remember what I watched. It's been such a busy week. I mean, it's been so busy. I haven't watched anything. I was going to go watch How to Train a Dragon, which I'm hearing is really good, except for funny enough, the sort of race swapped Astrid apparently isn't that good.
Oh no!
Shock horror. But I'm going to go and see that this week because I love the cartoon, so I will go and see that. I did watch the end of Mobland, but I think I watched that the week before, but I can't remember. I did watch the end of Doctor Who. I did watch. I heard that thing that you sent to me earlier, which was just fantastically brilliant.
Dead Ringers.
For the fact that Dead Ringers rips the piss out of it to that extent, just says it all. But it's been a busy week. I don't think I've done or seen a huge amount, to be quite honest with you. I did watch Arnold Schwarzenegger's Fubar, so I can briefly talk. He's back for season 2 of Fubar.
I watched a Deep Cover on Amazon, which I found fucking hilarious, which is really good. That. It had Paddy Considine in it as a gangster. So
Isn't
Kevin from Mobland. Yeah, Kevin from Mobland.
Paddy Considine's a fantastic actor, though. I mean, House of Dragon was really good when he was in it. I mean, he was really good as the king. Fantastic actor. Yeah. But I'm trying to remember what else I watched this week, and it's bothering me because I know there was something, and I can't remember. It's not very good for a podcast where we talk about shit we've watched, is it?
No, it's not very good. Not very good at all. Shall we get on with our first story? Let's have... Oh, well, I want this one.
You're a cunt!
That's just so look like my
I love that.
husband. Does.
A sweeping new chapter in the Wizarding world begins. HBO has unveiled its 9 additional cast members for its ambitious 7-season adaptation of Harry Potter, aligning each season with one book. Leading the newly revealed roster are Catherine Parkinson from the IT Crowd as Molly Weasley, Lox Pratt as Draco Malfoy, I have no fucking idea, John Flynn as Lucius Malfoy, again, no idea. Echoing the dynamics between the Malfoy family. Anyway. Also introducing Belle Powley and Daniel Rigby stepping into the shoes of Petunia and Vernon Dursley. Hogwarts gets a fresh new face with Seamus Parvati and Lavender will be portrayed by Leo Early, Elisa Leone, Sienna Musa, respectively. Veteran stage... fuck me, I can't read. This is the problem we do now. Veteran stage and screen talent Bertie Cavall will be joining as Minister Cornelius Fudge, in addition to building on last month's announcement that Dominic Lown, Arabella Stanton, and Alistair Stout will be playing Harry, Hermione, and Ron, with Game of Thrones level production value expected. The creative team from Succession behind the wheel, expecting a high sky and deeper, more textured, blah, 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 blah. Let's look at these people. Let's look at these people. Sorry for listeners.
I mean, did you watch Ryan Kinnell on because he put it very crassly, but he's not fucking wrong.
What?
Well, the person bottom right hand corner, right? Bottom right hand corner is Petunia, and as he put it, there's a problem here because I want to fuck her. and the thing is, right? She was the fling, the sort of MI6 agent in Masters of the Air, right? And she has one of these really hot British accent voices, and she is she can do frumpy, and they're going to frumpy her up. They're going to make her look more frumpy. But the thing is, in Masters of Air, she was kind of hot, and she's playing Petunia, and in that picture, she is kind of hot. And Petunia should not be hot.
Of all the criticisms of the cast you could get.
Well, I think we know. Yeah, but the thing is, right? I mean, the blonde kid in the middle at the top. I mean, look at that. That is Malfoy. I mean, even look at the stare he's giving at the camera. I mean, that works for me.
And if that's Lucius and Draco and Lucius, the little one, that works. That works for me.
I don't know what I feel about Mrs. Weasley, because I think she's a great actress, but I've seen her in, but it's like the IT crowd. I can't escape the. She was quite good in that thing with David Tennant, the thing set in the Cotswolds where everybody's shagging each other. She was quite good in that, but I don't know if I see her as Mrs. Weasley. I don't know. Because she's got to be fierce. She's got to be shouty and screamy at kids.
I haven't seen. This is supposed to be Cornelius Fudge here, yeah?
Yeah, you see, and I don't know why they've cast Fudge at the moment, because they've cast Lucius Malfoy and Fudge, and they're both not in the first book.
Maybe, I don't know. The other thing to hear is this guy here. Oh, fuck me, I can't remember his name now. Oh, dude, this is. I have to now go and check. Bertie Cavill, Sienna Moosley, blah 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 blah. I can't remember his name. Dominic McLaughlin. He is Uncle Vernon.
Yeah. I do think they both can actually do it, because she can do frumpy as well, because I've seen her in things where they have, given her bad, sort of dressed her dowdy and made her more sort of frumpy. But the trouble is, when she's out in public, normally she kind of looks like that picture.
Yeah.
And she does, and her voice is, you know how you can have a sexy voice. You know how you can have a sexy voice.
Mm-hmm.
It's she's got one of those.
Okay, so we've got this other guy, Daniel Rigby, who's going to be playing Uncle Vernon. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't understand rude. He's not fat enough. Uncle Vernon and Aunt Petunia always gave me Quentin Blake vibes.
Yes.
Roald Dahl, Quentin Blake would have drawn them. And no, he's I don't know. I'm not too sure on him. So, mate, you down here, Uncle Vernon.
The kid works for me. What do you think about Molly Weasley, though? I mean, that's the... Because, I mean, what's her face as Molly in the films was just perfect.
She can do the stressed mother. Without a doubt. She can do the stressed mother. She can do some of the comic timing bits in there. But can she do the motherly part? That's the bit that gets me.
She can. But I just don't know if it's going to come across as genuine or not. I'm not sure. I mean, she is ginger, so
she's proper ginger.
One more for Nigel's crowd. The ginger side of Hollywood is not. It appears to be over, and gingers are making a comeback. But I think the kid as Malfoy looks perfect. I mean, he looks perfect, whether he can act and blah, blah, blah. But he looks perfect. I mean, the other kids, yep, fine. We'll see how they come out. But, you know, Dudley's got to be quite big. Vernon was a big man, but he was never quite Richard Griffiths. Forget that, you know, in the books he's described as a bigger man, but he's not like Dudders sized. You know, Petunia is stick thin, but she's very bony and very sort of. She was never described as being kind of hot, which that picture. Well, she kind of is, dude. I mean, Ryan is kind of right in this. She's a little bit, almost too hot to play the part. The thing is, right, for the most part, right, what I find again, and I will say it every week and every time this is announced, the casting for this, bar one, has been really good. And the thing is, the casting for Snape makes no damn sense, and I keep saying this because you could have cast Sprout, Flitwick, Lupin, just about every other teacher other than Dumbledore and McGonagall. You could have cast race swapped, and it wouldn't have been a problem. You cast one person that is incredibly problematic, right? And it's not like it, you know, the fact is, right, whereas they used to be able to do this in Star Wars and go, oh, it's just a bunch of racists online, it's everybody. Literally, I have spoken to everybody, and everybody has a problem about this. It's kind of like, I mean, I don't think that. I mean, there's rumors going around that they fired him. I don't believe that. I think they're going to double down on it because that's the kind of people they are. But it is very annoying when you see the rest of the casting and you look at it and go, it's reasonably good. Some of this casting, well, we'll see. I do think she can do Petunia, and I think they'll make her look a bit dowdy, and I think she'll be very good at it because I think she can switch that accent and it'll be good. But yeah, I'm not convinced about the actress for Molly Weasley. I like her as an actress. I'm just not convinced she's good for Molly. But we will see.
Yes. All right. Let's move on to our next one.
My name is Jeff.
Right. You said you're going to read this because this is for a podcast, which is primarily audio.
I will.
And it's one of the reasons I wound up stopping after the bloody trailers too, to remembering that. So here we go. You ready, Keith?
Yeah, I'm ready.
The moment you fuck up, I'm
I know. 38 years ago, there was only one Star Wars trilogy. But since then, there have been a prequel trilogy, a sequel trilogy, a sequel to the prequel, a prequel to the sequel, countless TV spin-offs, a movie spin-off of the TV spin-off, which is both a prequel and a sequel, not to mention 2 Dunes, 7 Jurassic Parks, 2 Avatars plus 3 up-and-coming Avatars plus 5 Avatars, 36 MCU movies, 2 different Robert Downey Jr.'s, DCU attempt number 1, DCU attempt number 2, an animated Lion King, a live-action animated Lion King, a live-action animated Lion King prequel, 8 Harry Potter movies, a TV series remaking the 8 Harry Potter TV movies, a whole streaming service of Star Trek, 7 Alien movies, 2 of which were also Predator movies, not to be mistaken for the 6 Predator movies that are not also Alien movies, 1 Prometheus, which is kind of an Alien movie, 4 Beatles movies, and Oppenheimer. But in 38 years, there has only been one. Spaceballs. That was actually quite difficult.
You did fuck up.
I did fuck up once. Until now. I love this bit. You got to play the audio for this bit.
After 40 years, we asked, what do the fans want? But instead, we're making this movie.
I fucking love him. He's great.
Go on then, read the story. Because there's more. There's more.
There's more. I'm gonna. 40 years has passed since Mel Brooks' cult sci-fi parody Spaceballs first hit the theaters. Now, Amazon MGM Studios have officially greenlit Spaceballs 2, set for a grand theatrical release 2027. Brooks himself will return as Yogurt, the much beloved merch-driven guru, and crucially, Rick Moranis is coming out of retirement to reprise Dark Helmet. Bill Pullman will also return as Lone Star, joined by the original Princess Daphne. Oh my. And produced by co-writer Josh Gad, facing new faces include Keek Palmer, Marvel's Thunderbolts star Lewis Pullman, who will play Lone Star's son, Starburst. There's going to be fucking opal fruit jokes in there. So yes, fucking hell.
I can't
99.
believe that they got...
Mel Brooks, 99.
Yes.
I think he's great, but 99.
I loved the trailer. What I can't believe is I thought they were pulling my leg when they said Rick Moranis is coming back, but Rick Moranis is genuinely coming back, which I love. I mean, it's a shame he couldn't come back for the Ghostbusters movies, but he's coming back for this. The only problem is, right?
Yeah.
This was a parody of Star Wars when Star Wars was Star Wars, right?
Yes.
Star Wars or Disney Star Wars, for the most part, with the exception of Andor, is a parody of Star Wars in its own right. So I'm not sure. But I loved that intro. And yeah, I did slightly screw it up, but not as it was all right. It was all right. You know, I'm putting that down to a dyslexic moment. But I mean, I love. Okay, yeah. I mean, half the original cast are dead, but the fact that they're bringing Rick Moranis back is great, and the fact that Brooks is coming back at 99, as you said, as Yogurt character. That's fantastic. I mean, I'll go and see it just for that. So I was pleased with this. I don't really. The problem is it's Josh Gad, and he is Josh Gad.
But saying that, it's Mel Brooks. As long as Mel Brooks gets, because no, this is the way you should be doing it. It should be fine because Mel Brooks is the stuff of legend. The fact that he's still alive is amazing. At 99, he'll probably be 99 when they do it, but my word, that's I'm actually looking forward to this. I'm trying to think of how they're going to do it, because are they going to take the piss out of prequels, sequels, remakes, remasters, animated? They've got so much material they could work with. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, besides, I'd like to see Rick Moranis back. Hang on. He's very much alive.
You're thinking of Matey from Twister. You're thinking of Bill Paxton.
And he's coming back to the film. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Rick Moranis back on screen as well. As I said, he was a staple of my childhood. Ghostbusters, Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, Honey, I Shrunk the Kid, to name but a few. Little Shop of Horrors.
Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. Sounds like a fucking higher recruitment film.
Yeah, it was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and the sequel was called Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
I thought it was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids again.
I think it was Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
I think you're talking. I think you're like third one down.
Might be. He was in all three of them, I think.
I'm sure it was like it went from dirt to ridiculous. I have to Google it now, so you have to excuse me. So, yeah, Rick Moranis is what do you call it? Yeah, it's. Oh right, okay. So there was Honey, I Blew Up the Kids, Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves, and it was I Blew Up the Kid first. You're right. I Blew Up the Kid first. Fucking hell.
Well,
doesn't sound too great.
It doesn't happen very often that I'm right, but there you go.
I didn't know. I was checking.
But yes, I am looking forward. I am looking forward to that. I think it will be good. He thinks it will be good, and yeah.
Yeah, it's working out who's going to be playing who in it. So I'm hoping it's titled The Search for More Money. They promised us that. It needs to be The Search for More Money. Spaceballs 2. Hopefully we'll see each other again in the sequel. Search for More Money. Yeah, so it should be out on its 40th anniversary. So yeah, the sequel isn't mere nostalgia. It's a calculated blend of legacy and reintervention, with Brooks and Moranis returning a legacy cast, passing the torch to new talent, with a satirical bite aimed at today's franchise fatigue. Spaceballs 2 promises to be a fresh comedic energy, while honouring its origins. In our next episode, anyway. Yeah, who the fuck is going to do Dot Matrix? Because Darren Rivers was Dot Matrix, wasn't she?
Yes.
So
unfortunately, we've lost John Candy and Joan Rivers, which is a shame. So I don't know how they're going to do that, but it's made me want to watch Spaceballs again, which I might do.
I love Spaceballs. Spaceballs, awesome. I'll have to do it. As I said, it should be The Search for More Money. And with that, I think it's time we moved on to our next story.
Oh no! What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just awful! How terrible! Oh no!
That makes sense in a second. Star Trek: Strange New Worlds has charted its course. Paramount Plus has officially renewed the series for both its fourth and final fifth season. The fourth season will consist of 10 episodes each, whilst the sixth will be a concise 6-episode arc. This was always framed as a 5-season journey, and the showrunners confirmed that the series will conclude as originally envisaged. Oh, fuck me, who's watching this crap?
Strange New Worlds does get more viewers than Discovery did.
Dude, my colonoscopy gets more viewers than Star Trek Discovery.
But I think that is largely down to the fact of Anson Mount, Rebecca Romaine, and Ethan Peck. I mean, unlike Discovery, you like Pike, and it's hard not to like him, even though it's the same dumbass writing in this. The characters, for the Uhura is quite obnoxious, but the Pike and Rebecca Romaine's character and the Spock character, they are not. They are actually quite charismatic, and they work. Even what's her face to the right there is a slightly interesting character. The lesbian helmsman is quite an interesting character. She's not obnoxious. It's not in your face. It's not like she's reminding the crew every 5 seconds that she's a lesbian. And so the crew is more likable. The trouble is they do really dumb episodes, like a musical, and they have a Klingon boy band, and they do other really shitty episodes. Yet, like, the final of the season was quite an interesting episode, and it felt a bit like Star Trek. Right? They seem to have 1 or 2 episodes in the season where it feels like Star Trek. The Klingons look like Klingons, at least. Right? Mm-hmm. So there is a following. There is a more committed following from this than there is the other. It is still imperfect. The sets are too big. The writing is very disjointed. You get 1 or 2 episodes in a season that actually feel like Star Trek, and those episodes are good. The sort of submarine episode from the first season, really good episode, really good. Captain Pike is allowed to be a captain without being, told by every other woman that he's just a man and he should shut up, which is what Discovery did.
How much crying is in there, Keith? That's what I want to know. How much crying is in this?
Not a lot. but there are still a lot of emotions, and there's dumbass episodes. And there's episodes that you just, there was an episode that tried to be that Deep Space Nine episode where Quark gets his leg blown off, and it was not a patch on that episode, like nowhere near. And there was another episode where it basically turned the Doctor into a killer, and it just didn't really work very well in the third season. Then of course we had the fucking musical episode. But the first episode where Rebecca Romaine is on trial, that was quite good. The episode when they revisit the city at the edge of whatever, again, that was a reasonable episode. And the final was quite good. But that's only 3 episodes in a season of 10. And, there are a lot of Trek fans, old school Trek fans that I know that quite like this. And I can kind of understand why. Because at least the cast is more charismatic. I do not like Uhura. She is not Uhura. She was massively miscast. I do like Anson Mount as Pike, though. He genuinely is very good in the part. Starfleet is less shrouded in, dodginess, like you get in Discovery. They try to reset some of the stuff that they screwed up in Discovery without admitting it, but it is still made by people that don't like Star Trek. And that is more evident when you compare it to Picard Season 3. And I go on about this because Picard Season 3 was made by somebody and a cast and a crew that loved Star Trek, and you instantly see it on screen. Is Picard Season 3 perfect? No. But there are moments in Picard Season 3 that are fantastic. Right? And the thing about Picard Season 3 is it was about its characters. Right? And Picard Season 3 told you a story about the characters. They didn't try and shoehorn in all this stuff. Yes, the things that they focused on was family. Right? Family. Men.
Sorry, when you
women,
said that,
children.
I heard Vin Diesel. I just heard Vin Diesel.
Yeah, but
family.
And they pissed it away. I mean, we should have had Star Trek Legacy on. No one asked for this Academy series, right? You can already tell it's crap because it's by the people that made Discovery. It's what's his face trying desperately to keep on to Star Trek. After Section 31, he should have been fired immediately because no one liked fucking Section 31. Even the Discovery lot, for the most part, it was universally and critically panned because it is dreadful, right? Academy is not going to be that much better, right? I've already seen. You just have to go through all the cast tweet pictures and see the type of pictures they're posting, when they finished filming season 1 to know it's been shit. And, when people go, well, you haven't even watched it yet, how do you know it's going to crap? Go and look at these pictures because you get an idea of the people that are making this. And when you get an idea of the people who are making this, you know it's going to be shit because it's the same people that made Discovery. And Discovery was a pile of shit. Right? It's a sequel to Discovery. It's going to feature Amazing Tilly. So you know it's going to be shit. Right?
I still can't get over, was it season 2 where she's doing a lap of Discovery and she managed to beat all the people who've clearly been running. That was the biggest bit of fiction I've ever seen in the entire show.
I know. I just need to hop off for 1 second. Talk for 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Cool. Fuck off. So, while Keith's not here, I think it's time I told you a story about how Keith... no, I'm joking. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump onto the next story while we're here. So, let's do it.
Say, hold up, wait a minute. Something ain't.
Okay.
Despite
I'm live streaming.
Keith,
so I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Keith, you need to put it on mute, mate. Keith, mute, mate.
I thought I had muted.
But not his mic.
Sorry, it's
you're
my
in
dad, and when
iTunes.
my dad calls, I panic. Sorry.
Okay. Despite circulating doubts, James Gunn, now DC Studios co-head, has affirmed that the Batman 2 remains high priority within the Batman epic crime saga. In an interview on social media, he emphasized director Matt Reeves is meticulous at crafting the script, which Gunn expects to be reviewed soon. And no production has begun until the script has been finalized. Originally slated for 2025 release, the sequel has been delayed, pushing it back to 2026. It's now set for October 1st, 2027, primarily due to ongoing writing efforts and Pattinson's packed schedule. Pattinson himself joked, "I'll be old Batman by the time production time," and a nod between the principal photography that started late in 2025. Oh fuck me. The long and short of it is Rob Pattinson will be the proper age of Bruce Wayne by the time this thing happens. Which is mad.
Yes, but the thing is, they're making this because of the popularity of the Penguin. He is not.
All right. So two things. One, the Batman made money.
Yeah.
And so, as a DC film, it made money. You have to pay attention to that. Two, apparently Matt Reeves has been really fucking sick. Like, hospital time sick. And because of that, they've gone and given him a bit of fucking leeway in regards to putting this thing together.
He is not going to be the DCU Batman, but he will be a DC Batman. I didn't really like the first one. There were elements that I liked, but it was too emo, and it was too emo. He was too emo Batman.
He was too crap. That was my problem. As a Batman, he was crap. Like the bomb thing. It's like kind of fucking hell. The bomb thing.
To say he was crap, I think he was.
No, he
like
wasn't
that.
crap, but Batman himself was crap.
Yes, but I think it was written like that because having watched him in Tenet, he could absolutely have played a better Batman than he was allowed to. He was turned into an emo Batman, and that's the problem. But there is a call out for this now, and it's doubled because of the Penguin, and the Penguin's popularity has increased the call for this, so they are making it. I mean, unfortunately, sorry, because my dad called a second ago, and when my dad calls, I panic. This actually rolls in. They are going to make this movie because they think people want it because of the Penguin, and as I was saying about just before, Star Trek squandered that. Interestingly, Disney Star Wars is riding on a high at the moment, and there's a few rumors out of that camp as well that maybe they're realizing that and they're going, we should capitalize on this. And I think this is what's happening here. I'm not that interested personally, but I understand why some people enjoyed it. The elements I quite liked. Some of the way they made Gotham look reminded me of like the Dark Knight Returns comic. There were elements that they included from the Dark Knight Returns comic, and there were parts of Gotham look really cool. The Penguin makes Gotham look gothic. The one thing they did do right was give us a gothic looking Gotham, and there were elements that were good. I found him too emo, and it was Batman Year One.
It was only supposed to be like the Halloween thing, Long Halloween.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, the thing is, he's coming back. You've got Supergirl coming. You've got the Superman movie coming. We'll talk about. There's more in the DCU that we'll talk about in a second in another story. He doesn't fit in that DCU that's trying to be craft. So he's not the DCU stroke 2 Batman. He is a separate Batman spin-off, which is absolutely fine. But does that mean we're not going to get a new DCU Batman film? Are we not going to get the Justice League properly? Because he will not fit in with that world that James Gunn is creating, in my opinion.
Interesting. I think that if Matt Reeves, I think they've done what they've done because Matt Reeves hasn't been well. I think they've done what they've done. I think there was a standing mandate inside Warner Brothers to make another Batman film. Don't think James Gunn and the other guy who's in charge of DCU had any choice in that. Yeah, it was the one thing that was kind of the holdover because it made money. Yeah, wasn't as expensive to make as the others, and it made money. And because it made money, they want that. So I think that's what you're seeing there more, rather than that. I don't know how they're going to do Batman. We haven't even seen what Superman looks like yet. Yeah, so
yeah.
I'll be honest, out of Superman, I think Superman's going to win it out of Superman Fantastic Four. You can come back to this clip if I'm fucking wrong.
I think it's going to win, but not because of Superman, because the trailer, what's his face as Lex Luthor, makes him look really good. And the trailer for it makes Superman look a bit Family Guy Superman. I mean, it's blatantly. I can see why, because you can see the James Gunn humour, and people are saying it's Star-Lord in the Superman suit, and it does. The trailer does make it feel like that, but the dude play it, what's his face as Lex Luthor, nails it. Absolutely nails it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to our next one. You should get this one, Keith.
Women, know your limits.
After years of uncertainty following Wonder Woman 1984, its uneven reception, the scrapping of Gal Gadot's third installment, DC Studio chief James Gunn's officially confirmed that a brand new Wonder Woman film is in the early stages of development. The script is actively being written, separate from the Paradise Island Amazon series. Sounds like lesbians. The project holds a predominant spot alongside Superman, Batman, and Supergirl in Gunn and Peter Safran's evolving DCEU. So, Paradise Island, that's Themyscira, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's, a lot of lesbians.
I do not know at the moment. Wonder Woman, the original Patty Jenkins movie, was quite good, but I think Patty Jenkins wasn't the one that wrote the movie properly, and I think she had a lot of help, whereas the movie where she was allowed to go it alone was shit. I am done with Gal Gadot. And she is, she rightfully or wrongfully, and I'm not going into the politics of it, you don't want to put her in a movie right now. I'm not saying that's right. I'm saying how the world is, right? But who do you replace her with? I'm looking interested.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
I've got an idea. I'm joking.
I didn't see it. Was it Sweeney or the other? Or
Yes, it was Sweeney.
Yeah, that works for me. But they should have had her as Supergirl. Because she's blonde. But Sydney Sweeney's in everything else, including bar soap. I genuinely don't know. I'm not as excited to see a Wonder Woman film. I'm looking forward to Supergirl, partly because I think the actress will be really good. Partly because I think it might actually be quite a good film. As long as it's not chock full of the crap.
I'll be honest with you. I think they're going into to Supergirl way too fucking early. It needs Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Yep. Then you go The Flash. Yep. Green Lantern.
Yeah, we're too close to the whole Flash movie fiasco that I can understand why Gunn is going at this in a different way. But it does worry me that you've got Superman, Supergirl, and Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
But hey, look, you can do that in DCU as long as Amazon make a Bond film like that. For that game trailer the other day, I'll be happy. I know. I sent you something we can look at.
What's that?
The game trailer. I sent
Yes,
you.
I've got it. It's in the fucking. You've not. It's clearly not read the fucking show notes.
No, because it doesn't show me the show notes. But I
Yes.
just remembered. I just had a flash of memory.
Yes, we have 2 trailers to watch, Keith.
Ooh, 2. Okay. I am.
One's going to make you go. One will
Oh,
make you
yeah.
pull a face.
You're going to make me sit through the one that you sent me on WhatsApp, aren't you? You're actually going to make me sit through.
Like I
You're going to make
preempted
me
this.
sit through that.
Never
aren't you?
I never preempted
bastard. You are man who is bastard.
Yes, I am man who's bastard.
I can understand why they're not doing the Flash at the moment, but I would quite like to see a James Gunn Flash movie. I think that actually could be quite interesting. But look, Wonder Woman, yay! Let's see what they do with it. As long as to be honest, right? I can't really until I see Superman. I don't know. Is the honest answer?
It is. It's all down to Superman. Christ, there's a lot hanging on that. Mm-hmm. There's a lot hanging on that.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting. All right, so time for. Hang on a second. Time for us to take a look at the comments, which I know there's been loads of. Crikey. Angel gets first. Gold medal goes to Angel, followed by bronze for Steve. Hi, Steve.
Silver.
Stupid YouTube, because something new. Literally sitting on your channel, refreshing it, it still doesn't tell me that you're live. Yeah. And then we've got Petunia should be blonde.
They might make a blonde.
Yeah. Sorry, my wife is at my door dressed as fucking Tinkerbell.
Oh, I want to see it!
No. No, she's doing it for. She's doing it.
To put you off.
Yeah.
And it's working.
Yeah, it worked. I adore Mel Brooks, but doesn't know how it's going to make the movie as edgy as the other ones now these days. I'm hoping that being almost 100 years old, his response is going to be, I don't fucking care. This is the last movie I'm ever going to make. If I want to put this in it, I'm going to put this in it.
And he absolutely deserves to.
Yeah, he does. Should make a new Blazing Saddles? Yes, definitely. No. I need to watch Blazing Saddles actually. And then we've got Babster. So not Babster. Chuck. Spaceballs OG is a classic, but the cast is mostly dead, so just let them rest in peace. Yeah, and he loves Mel Brooks too. And no John Candy or Joanna Rivers. And it's Bill Paxton, not Bill Pullman. Bill Pullman's still alive. Oh shoot! Thanks. Oh good. It's okay. I will miss him too. Original Twister. Yep. He has to paint more. I'd like to think that Chuck is painting Warhammer miniatures, but he's probably painting a door or a wall. Then take my dad out for an early dinner. I've got to go and see my dad after this. So, happy Daddy's Day or Father's Day, Father and Sunday, whatever it is, and Rick Moranis. Cool. And Chuck, not Chuck. Brett says hi. Hi, Brett. We had to reset the room because someone didn't change the settings when they left. Just saying. Is there a raffle on? No. But if there is, I might enter if you're around. I won it again. I went to the retro thing and won some more stuff on the raffle. It's ironic because I was going to buy something from Brett for his stuff, and yeah, I won it in a raffle, so I didn't have to. So, Spaceball 2's Electric Boogaloo. Oh yes, there. New season of Star Trek Strange New World looks like a woke girls show on the CW. No thanks, I'll stick to classic Trek. And you're quite right too. Best Star Trek is the Orville period. Best modern Star Trek.
Yeah, there is some rumours around that we might actually see a season 4 of that. I have to admit, Nige really didn't like season 3. I loved season 3 because it was Star Trek. and the writing was phenomenal. We did get one original kind of Orville style episode in the last one, which was actually quite funny because he invited the wedding episode where he invites
where the Kalons
literally everyone.
It was an invasion. Yeah,
it was an invasion. They were all coming to the wedding. But season 3 of the Orville is some of the best science fiction writing in years, and genuinely, it's brilliant. It is utterly brilliant.
And then we've got started watching Voyages on season 3 now, loving it. I've been meaning to rewatch it, but I've been watching Sliders, which is out of order on Apple TV, which is really fucking annoying. It's so annoying. I've been meaning to watch that too. And Angel says great show. Star Trek continues, so that's a definite thumbs up. Phase 2 done, so needs to let it tack up. Don't get painted into a corner. I'm assuming he's talking about painting. Wonder Woman.
I think you need to do that in a Homer voice, because that's exactly what Chuck's doing. You know, when Homer talks about donuts. Donuts. Chuck's going, Wonder Woman. Trust me.
Okay. Okay, so
you know it.
So, I've beefed up an F-17, 1.5 terabytes of M2. Now 64 gigs of RAM, so my DaVinci works better. I got PC Flex there.
He's talking about a NAS box.
Yeah, I know. That's something to stream over Discord or movie night. We've been meaning to do watching crap movies over Discord for a while, and we haven't got round to doing it. But yeah. All right. I've been thinking about buying another cheap drone and flying it into a tree again. Because that's how my droning life goes. Just stunk in a tree. See if I can dislodge my other one. I actually can see if my other drone is still up in that tree. Right. So we've got some trailers to watch. I promised you, Keith. No, sorry. I warned you, Keith. I warned you. Let's take the sounds off on this one. This is going to be epic. All right.
This is going to be epically bad.
Oh, sorry, iconic. I meant to say not epic.
My stepdad used to say the best way to know a thing is to take it apart, put it back together.
Doesn't work with people. Just saying.
Then you can see what it's really made of.
You should take your dad's advice. Break yourself down. See what you're made of.
Here goes nothing. If I'm gonna protect people, I gotta start thinking outside the box.
Out of all the things you could have built, with that big brain of yours, why this?
Because I have to.
Might be a hero in there after all.
She looks like she's infusing her suit with demonic magic.
Riri, time to wake up, love. What are you?
Your greatest creation yet.
That looks really annoying. So
and
control
it's going to be cliche
delete.
to hell.
Who the hell else would it be, bitch?
See? Cliche already. Because every black woman calls every other black woman, yo, bitch. No.
Yeah. So, when I think that it's going to be a fucking disaster. I'm going to watch it because it's going to be a disaster.
It's going to flop harder than Chuck when he realises that Wonder Woman's going to be played by Mel Brooks. Good analogy. Joking aside, this is gonna flop hard. She was god awful in Wakanda Forever. The suit that she had in Wakanda Forever, was bad. I can't even get it out. No. Not interested.
Yeah.
Because you just know, if this had been the first thing out of Disney, on Disney Plus from Marvel, maybe I would have watched. But no. Because it's 6 episodes long. It's been heavily delayed because it sucks. And they've been trying to market this, and they know it sucks. And that's the problem.
It's garbage. Full stop. But it's I want to see how bad a car crash it is. I'll be quite pleasantly surprised if it's not a car crash. Let's watch. Let's have a bit of a palate cleanser, shall we?
Now this.
See, I saw this.
On the other hand,
I saw this last Friday. Not last Friday. The Friday gone, but 2 there. So. See, as soon as I saw the little text thing that they do, where they start just lopping bits out of text.
oh, it's just everything. I was immediately.
Zafar, pull up NavTech.
Just a sec. Got it.
Taki. We gonna find out about your Kopang right quick, okay?
Just want to do him justice. Stuck his neck out for us. Least we can do is get him out alive.
We've got big enough guns to make justice, all right.
Oh, Michael. To a man with a hammer, just about everything looks like a nail.
That ship's
Aim
got
for
some
show. Time
serious
to say,
guns.
oh yeah, with our hammer.
Missile range in 1 minute.
Brace yourselves. We going for a spin.
When you see that, you realise how much I've missed The Expanse. And just how fucking good The Expanse is.
Yes.
This is pure shit porn.
Sounds like the music's done by Clinton Shorter.
Zafar, did you get a signal?
After the large haul down this corridor, they shut down this part of the facility. Long time before our arrival.
Fine. Let's deal with those guys first.
I don't remember seeing that in The Expanse. They're cool.
In Yolota. They never look up. Zafar, you were right. They shut down this.
Wait!
Yolota! I need backup.
Hold on, I'm coming!
I'll cover you.
Thanks.
I can't see shit from here.
The bird up high shall be thine eyes.
What the hell happened here?
Oh, I think I've got a good idea.
Hey, buddy.
Yep. Run. dude, that's gameplay.
Yeah. I'll explain in a moment because I'm a fucking nerd.
I've read the books too.
No. You don't know where this comes from. And when I tell you where it comes from, you go, oh, that makes sense. Right. I've told you this before, I will say it again. The origin of The Expanse comes from the fact they did not like the end of Mass Effect 3.
Yes.
Yeah? And it was originally planned to be a game.
Yes,
Yeah?
I know.
Not a series of books. But it was easier for them to write a series of books than it was for them to make a game. Now it looks like they get to make their game that they were always talking about. Which is fantastic. And the idea of the game was you get a Belter, a Martian, and a human, yeah, and then you get to pick whatever you were going to be, Belter, Martian, or human, and then you get to captain a ship. This looks like this is the incident at the beginning of The Expanse, the one where you had the Anubis. So I imagine the Anubis has probably got a sister ship, the Osiris, and I imagine the Osiris is the thing it'll probably be chasing down the stealth ship from the first game. It's going to feel a bit Mass Effect like in places, which you'll get your stuff with.
Yeah, but it's going to have that,
and you'll have your zero-G combat like you've got inside Dead Space. So you have the zero-G combat bits like in Dead Space here. Oh, let's turn the music.
But the thing is, it's set in the Expanse world, so it's. I'm buying this game. I'm there for the story.
I'm there for the story too, so that it's going to be good. The downside is I think that they will probably die roughly when the Canterbury gets destroyed.
Yes.
That's the downside to it. So don't get too attached to the characters, Keith, because I think they're all going to die. You may come across like Drummer and what do you call it, Fred Johnson, and
as long as it's got what's her face in it. Even if she's just like on a screen.
Oh, Avasarala in it. Yeah.
As long as Avasarala's in there and swearing like a jeeper, that's all I care about.
Yeah, it's what do you call it? James fucking Holden. I love her. She's such a great character. She really is.
Yeah, she is.
So yes.
Yes.
So my watch is telling me to stand up. I hate it sometimes. So. That's something to look forward to. I've missed The Expanse. The new series coming out. It's going to be fantastic. All cool. So that's a good game to wait for. Need to talk about some of our reviews and bits. So we were supposed to watch Star Trek. All good things. But I had a busy week. Keith had a busy week. So I was doing lots of stuff in the city, which was fun, and I watched Sliders when I could, and I think that was about it. And Keith was trying to tell someone how to put a box into a wall.
I was building a network at the beginning of the week. Today we've had to take everything out of one cabinet and put it into a new server cabinet because I bought a brand new spanking Ferrari of a server cabinet, and it's a pretty nice cab. If you know anything about IT, it's a nice cab. But it's been a busy week. I did see Mobland, and we did not talk about the final of Mobland.
Did not talk about the final episode. Kevin and Harry they looked like they were left in charge, and we had the villains set up for the next season. I can't remember a bloody name now.
Well, we have it
McGonagall in the new Harry Potter,
but I don't know if she will not be recast.
Okay,
because she is McGonagall. So, although they are shooting in Britain and they are shooting in the near the same studios, so she could, in theory, do both. But she is technically busy for the next 7 years, but potentially, hopefully, she might be able to do other stuff. I loved the ending of it. I knew that the copper was going to get it, and I did kind of like the way they, what's his face, bought it as well.
Toby, the way that Toby Jones set her up, though.
Yeah,
it's like it's only you and I know, and because there's one more person I'm happy with, and then she's clearly. You didn't see her die.
True.
You didn't see her die. So,
but she was pretty obnoxious, and the way Toby Jones dies is pretty good. The way
Toby Jones doesn't die.
I thought he did die in it.
Toby Jones doesn't die.
Does he get away?
You're thinking of Richie. No, he gets. Richie gets it. Toby Jones doesn't.
I thought he got it as well. No, you're right. He didn't.
No.
Richie, the way Richie dies was quite. Richie was going to get it. So
yes.
Richie had to buy it, and it worked.
Richie O'Hara, I think, was quite good.
Yeah,
because it was just the way Harry just casually just went over and shut up, and that was it. And then you had what's his mushies. Yeah, go on.
She was stupid and naive to think that she wasn't going to die.
Yeah.
There is definitely a season 2 here.
Oh yeah.
But again, she accidentally stabs him, right? And the way he sort of sits down, he goes, "You got my attention now."
Fucking love that. Because you are. It's weird, right? Because I'm watching it and you have when you're a kid, your parents are like, always be careful wearing a fucking knife about. And she's wearing a knife about. And my instincts are like, be bloody careful. You might accidentally slash someone or hurt someone. And when she just turns around and just stabs Harry in the fucking chest right at the end. And he's just like, it's really casual about the whole thing. He doesn't get wound up. And what I think what they're doing is they're setting it up so Harry's going to blow his top at one point. Yeah? So where Harry is really quite calm and that, Harry is going to absolutely fucking lose it at one point. And the question is, who's he going to lose it with? Yeah. You had Kevin and his realization that Eddie's not his son, where he goes to the other brother. That was quite good. And the fact that Helen Mirren's character. What is Helen Mirren's character's name again? What's Helen's? It's Maeve. Maeve tells him that, and he's absolutely bloody shocked. Yeah, and that's right. I can hear Tanith yell Maeve, and she's absolutely shocked. I love that. I love the fact that you've got Kevin Brosnan, Pierce Brosnan, as what's his most Harrigan, and he's in the prison, and he's like what's his mush from
Italian Job,
Mr. What's his face? Yeah,
Mr. Bridger,
and he's just like the king.
Oh God, who's God? It was what's his face that played
Noel Coward.
Noel Coward, yeah, he has his Noel Coward moment, and it's brilliant. It's brilliant, yeah. His Bridger moment. That's a brilliant fucking scene in The Italian Job. One of my favourite films, The Italian Job. We'll have to do a watch through and talk about that at some point, because that is just such a classic film. And I know so much about it.
Conrad.
There's so much. I know a lot about it. I know a lot of trivia about it. But
I've got the feeling that Conrad, that's Sue Pierce Brosnan's character, is going to wind up being happier in prison than he is outside.
Yeah.
I've got a weird feeling that that's how it's going to work out. Yeah. I think that you're going to have Conrad in there longer than you feel that you should do as a character-wise. Yeah. And then you had Bella, and you understand what she was doing with Harry to set her father up, because her father was a very disgusting individual, and that. I did kind of feel sorry for Richie. Did feel sorry for Richie. Sorry.
Why? He was an evil bastard.
Oh, he was, but he was reacting.
he was reacting, but something tells me he kind of deserved it. And the way he reacted in his reaction wasn't exactly your standard reaction. Again, I mean, what I liked about it was Paddy Considine was brilliant in this. Again, I mean, Paddy Considine is a brilliant actor. Often, they confuse him with just being a comedic actor, but he's not. And he absolutely nails it. And the bit when he sits down with his wife and talks about it, and she tells him what he does, it's a powerful scene. Yeah. And it just shows off how good he is as an actor. I really, really enjoyed this series. It came out of nowhere. The characters were great. I hope they do make a season 2. Fuck knows what's going to happen to Harry in season 2, but again, I love it. There are not many people that can pull off nasty bastard gangsters, and you still love them.
Pierce Brosnan can.
Yes.
And Helen Mirren.
No, you hate Maeve. If you like Maeve, I hate Maeve. I
like to hate her, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
I love one of the bits I did love is where Paul goes to blow up the solicitor's office.
Yes.
And he makes this big speech and it goes, it's 9 inches, blah blah blah, from Dublin, and he presses the button.
Nothing happens.
And then it's like he moves up closer and the guy can see him and he's like that was great. I really like that. Toby Jones, what a fucking actor he is.
Yes, he's brilliant.
It's Colin Tattersall, the fucking slimy fucking police.
But
corrupt
I mean, again,
officer.
Toby Jones is a brilliant actor because in one moment he plays this slimy bastard that you love to hate, and the next minute he's playing the fucking hero of the post office, and he's fucking great in both. And then he's playing a little sort of weird English guy that goes, metal detectoring in another thing. He is another one of our great character actors, and he should be in an honours soon, because he's another one of these comedian actors that just is brilliant. Is a very good actor. Yes, he is a proper bastard in this. He needs to get his comeuppance.
Oh yeah, I don't know how he's going to get his comeuppance though, because I've got a feeling I always get the feeling that he's going to be the slimy one who manages to squidge away scot-free. That's the role that he's got for it, because he looks like he's been doing it for a good while. That's his ability. Yeah, you've got Harry's ability to kind of fix things, yeah, and his ability just to fucking get out there scot-free.
You see, Richie wasn't in it an awful lot, even though Richie was like the main adversary. So hopefully, if there is a season 2, she can play the role in season 2.
I'm hoping, because it looks like you've set up Cat McAllister, who's the one that he made the deal with, so Serafina wouldn't get chainsawed. But unfortunately, Mortimer did get chainsawed. I think that Eddie, they're setting up to be like the final villain.
Potentially.
I think unless he has a turn and becomes a good guy, they're setting him up to be the final villain.
Harry will eat him for dinner. Because I mean, Harry.
I don't know,
he's scared
because
of Harry.
From Eddie's perspective, he's probably trying to figure out how to get round who's the more kind of interesting person to work with. It's good. It was really good.
It was one of the better things on TV.
Yes, this year definitely with that.
And I really enjoyed it. Yeah, Richie has to be one of the best bad guys that you end up siding with. There are points where you almost wish. The trouble is, Harry, you always want Harry to win, but the rest of the family. I mean, Serafina was okay. It wasn't her fault.
Harry, Serafina, and Kevin.
Yeah.
I don't even think you were probably on Jan's side for most of it. Jan, unfortunately, has got like the Skylar role from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
As a character, she's quite right to do what it is, but you don't like her because of it.
Yeah.
But her still stabbing him right at the end, I thought was quite good. But I can't wait for the next one of them. That was really good TV.
It was good TV. And there isn't a lot on at the moment that's very good TV. And there's nothing that's come out this. I mean, there was the second season of Fubar, which we reviewed nearly 3 years ago, which was Schwarzenegger's TV series. The first season was kind of silly, but a bit fun. The second season is just, yeah, it's bad. I mean, Schwarzenegger, I think, has kind of lost it quite a bit, and he's unfortunately looking quite old. And it's a bit of a shame. It's just sad in places, to be honest. And it was very silly and forgettable. So I did. It was too silly. Fubar season 2. I didn't particularly enjoy it. I am enjoying Stick on Apple TV. Some people have said it's the have said it's what's his face? What was the Apple TV series football one we love?
Ted Lasso.
They said it's the Ted Lasso of the golf world. It's not quite that. It's a dramedy. The main character, the guy that played by Ted, what's his name? Wow. The one that was in Loki.
Owen Wilson.
Yeah, Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson. Yeah.
Owen Wilson's character is really, he's a really nice guy that's had a real proper tragedy, and you kind of get more out of it in this week's episode. But you like Owen Wilson almost immediately, even though he's a bit of a loser. But you know why. And the fourth episode again was really good. It's just another one of these nice little sort of comedy drama series from Apple TV that are quite good. Shrinking, if you haven't seen Shrinking, season 2 is fantastic. Ted Lasso, which is Ted Lasso, and this has been quite good so far. So if you haven't watched it and you've got Apple TV, watch it. It's quite good. So I managed to watch that this week. There's this weird thing on Apple TV called Murderbot, which is just weird.
I think I've seen bits of it.
It's weird.
I've seen clips of it.
But and I haven't watched anything else. I just haven't had the opportunity to. I've actually been working way too hard, which kind of sucks.
Unlike normally, where Keith is hardly working.
That's true.
Don't agree with me. Fight back a little. That makes it fun. And on that note, because we didn't watch Star Trek.
Yes.
I have to change the notes. Because we didn't watch Star Trek, which we will do next week. I will watch it.
Well, it might be the following week, because I am moving offices next week, and I do not want to commit to a show next week, because going on how long it took us to do what we did today might not be finished. And I might be working late into the Monday morning. Hopefully we will be. Look for it, but if we're not here, you know why. If we are here, it means that everything has gone really well, and Saturday we've got it all done on Saturday. Yeah. We might, but I suspect we won't be. But we won't commit to a show next week, but we might be back. Anyway, on that note.
Yeah. I just had to find large sums of money. Happy Father's Day, everyone, and it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me. Bye-bye.